Our political editor, Elizabeth Glinker, has been getting reaction to the spending review from our West Midlands MPs. She joins us now from Westminster. Elizabeth, one of the big headlines in this review was the government's commitment to the Midlands rail hub. What more can you tell us?
Well, Mary, this is a project that's been around for a while, but this is a firm commitment to get it done by 2031 in time for HS2. It will mean many more trains across the West Midlands. It centres on two viaducts in Birmingham, one which will connect trains to the East Midlands and one which will allow more trains to the west towards Worcestershire and Herefordshire, and internally in Birmingham as well, more stations, and a fairly major project. As well as that, there was a lot more funding for the NHS and for social and affordable housing, but less largesse, less money in areas like policing and for our local authorities. Well, I'm joined now by two of the region's MPs, Harriet Baldwin for the Conservatives from Worcestershire, one of our Worcestershire MPs, and Preet Gill, a Birmingham Labour MP. Thank you for joining me this evening, both of you. Harriet, I heard some of your Conservative colleagues from the south of the country complaining because they thought the Midlands had done pretty well out of this spending review.
Well, the Midlands Rail Hub is something I've been campaigning on for a while, and I'm pleased to see that making progress. I asked the Chancellor today about flood defence capital spending because Tenbury Wells in my constituency needs to see a solid settlement in terms of capital. I'd like to see it be at least as high as it was under the previous government, and she wasn't able to reassure me on that, so I shall have to keep pushing on that.
OK. And Preet, as we mentioned, things a little bit more difficult in areas like local government. We know in Birmingham the council, under huge financial pressure, literally went into bankruptcy in 2023. They're not the only local authority in the Midlands struggling, so disappointing for them, for local government.
Well, look, the spending review was the Chancellor setting out the investment into Britain's security, our health and our economy. And she and the Prime Minister want to see every part of the country better off and having more investment. I think this is something to be quite excited about. The £39 billion in social homes. In Birmingham, we have 26,000 people on the housing register. This is a clear priority that the Chancellor set. But of course, bus fare caps for £3 until 2027. More apprenticeships, about 1 million. Young people can't get a job. Jobs of the future really matter. I want to see people who come and study in our city stay there, live there, want to make their home there. And so the transport settlement that we've seen, whether it's Midland Rail Hub, the Chancellor was here in Birmingham last week. The metro extension is really key to our growth.
And just finally then, Harriet, lots of stuff to welcome. I mean, from your perspective, is it difficult to...
I think it's going to be difficult for West Midlands taxpayers because we're already seeing businesses letting go lots of jobs. We're also seeing that council tax is going to go up, but it is assumed by 5% maximum every year. We're also seeing that police precepts are going to go up by a large amount, and I think that businesses are paying the price through higher prices, workers are paying the price through higher taxes.
All right, well, still lots more numbers to crunch on this spending review, but certainly the announcement of that rail hub, a big deal for the West Midlands, Mary.
Elizabeth Glinker, thank you. And you can keep up to date with all the reaction on the spending review by going to bbc.co.uk.